Okay, I am back for part two. We're gonna see where we can. Let me see if I can get to where you see my chicken is done. I've taken it up and put it in a bowl till I get my gravy done. Now I've drained the juice, the grease and stuff and seasoning that was on my chicken, and we're gonna make a gravy with it, which I got right here, and I got all my seasoning and my flour and all mixed together. Now we're gonna go ahead and do this first, and then I'm gonna bring you back over here and I'll show you the chicken and gravy, and then we'll work on everything else. Okay, I got water on here boiling for my boxed macaroni and cheese, which is nothing to jump up and down about. But you see, this is just the oil off my chicken that's in here. Okay, and I'm waiting for it to heat up, and I want it to get really, really hot. Which I just took it out of the oven, so it's probably pretty hot. I think I would. Oh yeah, it's hot. I'm going to make a quick gravy with this to go over our chicken. Smells really good. And in here, it's just your usual. I have chicken bouillon. I have 2 tablespoons of flour, self-rising because that's what I had out. And black pepper, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and a little paprika. So, and we're just going to work the lumps out of this and get it going. You want to cook the raw gravy flavor out of that. And it should have plenty of that roasted chicken flavor in it. So, give it a chance to get going good and all. And my macaroni and cheese is not even a Velveeta cheese. It's just a Great Value shells and cheese. I mean, it's nothing to jump up and down about. But I did buy some squash yesterday, and I'm going to steam them. I have squash and Vidalia onions here. As soon as my macaroni gets done, I'm going to move that and I'll steam my squash. So we can work on several things at one time. And I'll make a pan of biscuits, which y'all have seen me make biscuits a gazillion times. I'm sure y'all have seen me pretty much do all of this, but I hadn't made a video in a few days and didn't want everybody to think that I had just fell off the face of the earth. Alright, my gravy's going good now. So I got my water right here, and I'm just going to slowly add it in. And it's going to make us some delicious chicken gravy. Just want to slowly do it so you can get the lumps out. And you don't want to taste it now because it will be way too salty. I can tell you that from experience. You want to wait till you get your gravy to the consistency you want before you taste for seasoning. Because gravy changes really fast. I think I'm going to add all that water to that. Because that will cook down pretty fast. May even have to add a little more to it. Because you're going to need a pretty good bit of gravy to cover that chicken. And a little bit more water. Quite thick. I want it to thin some. Alright, I'm gonna taste it. Very good. I'm gonna add a pretty good bit of water because I want it to thin out a bit because it's gonna thicken. It's gonna thicken as it sits over the chicken. And with the macaroni and cheese, you just basically follow the guidelines of the macaroni and cheese. Perfect. Because that's going to thicken up. I want to see if it needs anything. I don't think it does. No. Okay. Now, I'm going to take you back over here for just a second so I can show you how I'm going to put it over my chicken. Then I'll bring you back when we do the squash and onions. Okay, I'm going to take the top off my chicken. Chicken smells amazing. Okay. Just smother that chicken with that gravy. Okay. Just want to move. I'm going to set this here for just a second. And this gravy all will thicken and it will give that chicken a nice thick gravy to set in. There you go. I'm not sure. I'm trying to make it a little bigger. See that? Those pieces of chicken will be just as tender and fall apart. And then you have gravy for your biscuits too. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to put the lid on this. And I'm going to move it completely out of the way. Because what I want to do now, I'll rinse this skillet out so I won't have so much trouble getting it together. Alright, I'm going to take just a pot like this. And I'm going to drizzle me some oil in it. Just a little bit of oil. Like that. Maybe a couple of teaspoons of oil. Okay. And a little pepper. And a little salt. Not a lot. Then I'm going to set this on the eye. And I'm going to bring you back over here. Again, while that is heating up, see if I can angle you right there. We go. I think I got you too close now. There we go. All right, my oil is heated up. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to strain these squash and onions because I just had them washed and in cold water. And they're going to make a horrible sizzling noise. Onion smells delicious. This won't take but a couple minutes. You just want to. Now, my family likes their squash and onions brown really good. So, and this was just 2 jumbo squash I found, I think for $1. And the sweet onions I got from Sam's. Now, I'm just going to add my box macaroni in here. And I'm just going to open my cheese. and put it in the bowl. I'm gonna put my macaroni, because like I said, my macaroni is nothing special. It's just macaroni. So don't tell me, was that not, that's not homemade. I know how to make homemade macaroni. I'm just not making it today. I got my cheese in there. Okay. Now I got my buttermilk that I'm going to shake up real good, because I'm going to add a couple of cupfuls of buttermilk to my macaroni. You'd be amazed, it gives it a really good texture. No butter. And then I'm setting up over here to make biscuits right quick for y'all, which I know y'all seen 100 times, but I'm still going to do it. So you never know, there might be somebody that didn't watch that day. And I always got rice on the back if Albert wants rice, which I'm sure he will. He always wants rice. He wants rice to go with his gravy and biscuits. I'm sure that's what he'll eat. I'll just eat gravy and biscuits because I do like gravy and biscuits. Okay, these are just about where I want them at. Let me clean out some of this mess out of here. As always, we got a few flies in here. We keep the back door open in the morning, so because Bambi is old and she has used the bathroom 500 times. So instead of us getting up 500 times, we just leave the back door cracked open. She goes in and out as she wants to. So. Okay, I think those are done enough. I don't want them cooked to death. And I'm not sure if you can see for the steam, but they are good and sauteed really nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and put them in my bowl. And the 2 teaspoons of oil I had in there cooked out of it. But it will all go to the bottom anyway, so it won't be of any bother. And at the end I'll show you everything except the biscuits, because I don't think we'll wait for the biscuits. Let's see. Put that in there. Okay. These are about done. Alright, we're just waiting on the noodles to cook. So I'm going to move you over here, and I'm just going to I just put just enough water in the noodles till it would drain all the noodle juice out of it. Uh-oh, sorry. You got to see me without any hair on. I got my buttermilk as usual, my shortening, and my salt ready to make biscuits. Okay. These are just about ready. I'm going to call that done. I'm going to stir this buttermilk, and we'll taste that for salt and pepper shortly, but not right now. Now I'm just stirring it up, and I'm going to put a lid on it. Just going to put lids over stuff. Okay. All right. Wash my hands. Wash my hands. I've sifted my flour. I have not made a well, but I will make it as I go. Let me see if I can back you up a little bit. So you can see me do this. All right. Let's shake you up again. And this is whole, well, this is actually low-fat buttermilk. It was in the markdown. I always look at the markdowns before I do anything. Maybe half a cup of shortening. Usually go by look and all and not by anything else. And I always use about make a well with that. About a teaspoon of salt. Okay. Okay. I hadn't really been feeling well lately, so I hadn't really cared about making videos. And I do not go outside when it's hot, because I have the pump in my head and it makes my head hurt really bad. So I try to stay in. Albert, even if we go somewhere, he'll go out and turn the car on and let it cool off so my head doesn't hurt. So, I know I've probably never showed y'all the pump in my head, but I'll see if I can show it to you now. See the pump in the top of my head? Not sure if you can see it or not, but one day I'll take a picture without my hair on and show you. Nothing I'm ashamed of. I was at first, when I lost all my hair and everything started coming out, and then they put a pump in my head because I was embarrassed by it, but I'm not no more. I think it bothered me more when I went to the store and people would say, "Oh my God, were you in an accident?" And I had to say, no, I had meningitis, so they had to put a pump in my head to keep me alive. Okay. Now you just want to fold, fold, fold. Want to keep pushing and folding. And you can use both hands if it makes you feel better. I do, because you're going to eventually use both hands anyway. And you want to work this dough since they're hand rolled and not rolled out. You want to work this dough so it's kind of tight. Cleaning the dough off your hands as you go. And I'm going to make quite a good sized pan so I can give some to Sophia and them. They love the biscuits. Alrighty, I think we're there. See how you end up with like a ball of dough? Then you want to just flour your hand. I use my hand like this to pinch. And I just start rolling. Bambi, what are you doing, Bambi? Come over here. I had to watch Bambi. I've had a couple of mice in the kitchen. I got a mouse trap back there. Rat trap, mouse trap, whatever you want to call it. And it has peanut butter in it. She done caught her nose in it. Okay, you just want to roll and tuck, and I'm making these pretty big because we're having gravy with them. Okay. Okay. Not very excited. Nothing exciting to watch. It's just rolling biscuits. And I knew y'all had seen them before, but I wanted to kind of complete the entire meal, and I'll pull everything over as soon as I get my biscuits rolled out in the oven and show y'all everything that we're having. Okay, about there. Make a couple of little smaller ones in case Mama wants a biscuit. She probably will since we're having chicken and gravy. So I got 10 out of that. Half a cup of shortening. Probably a cup of buttermilk. Right? You want to take and push them down. Smash them so they all go together. Okay. All right, let me sort of straighten up a little bit. Get these in the oven so they can start. All right, let's show y'all what we got so far. It's the macaroni stir. See, just basic macaroni, nothing to jump up and down and scream about. I just always put a little buttermilk when I have it in mine, so. All right. My squash and onions that I steamed in a little oil and water. Okay. I just got them covered up over here. And then my chicken and gravy, which is nice. See, it's thickened. And it'd be good on biscuits. It's got the spices from the chicken and everything. Bambi, you ready? Let me taste the gravy. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Y'all seen my biscuits before. You've seen how they came out before, so nothing left to show. That is what they're having for lunch today. I'm going to sift my flour and put it back up and straighten up some and wash those dishes in the sink while my biscuits cook. And thank you for joining me today. I hope any of this was helpful. And if you have any questions, just ask. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining me. Bye.